YouTube channel. Today I am going to talk about friction. Today I am going to talk about the topic friction. Now this will be the basic part where we are going to know what is friction, how many types of frictions are there, what is the two main types, basic two main types of friction that we are going to study today, that is the kinetic friction and the static friction, and what causes friction, both old and modern view of friction. Okay, now we will see what is friction. What is friction? It is a force. Actually it is a force which opposes the relative motion, it opposes the relative motion between surfaces in contact, or tends to oppose the relative motion. Tends to oppose the relative motion. How it acts? It acts tangentially. Tangentially along the contact surface, or along the surface of contact, along the surface of contact. So we can say that it opposes the relative motion. That is, if there is any type of relative motion is happening, then the force which opposes this type of motion is called a frictional force. If it tends to move, then it is also play an important role. And how it acts? It acts tangentially along the surface of contact of the two surfaces. Now let us understand it. Okay, I am drawing two bodies. It is being rest on another body, this. Okay, let this body A and this is body B. A is trying to move along this side, B is trying to move along this side. They are gliding over each other. Okay, now the frictional force on A due to B will be along this side, and the frictional force on B due to A will be along this side. That means if A wants to move along this side, B will pull along this side. And for A sees that B is moving along this side, so it will try to move it along this side. So this is the force on B due to A, and this is the direction of force on A due to B. Now how does this act? It acts in pairs. It exists in pairs, always exists in pairs. Frictional force always exists in pairs, and it is also being stated in Newton's third law of motion. Friction is an important topic of motion. It may be asked with Newton's laws of motion or work, power and energy. It can be asked there also. So this is the primary concept of friction. Now we will look after the major thing, that is our first point, that is we will know about static friction. Now what is static friction? Frictional force acting between the two surfaces in contact which are relatively at rest so as to oppose their relative motion when they tend to move relatively under the effect of any external force is known as static frictional force. So what does this means? I am keeping a box. Let this be a box on earth. On earth. Let the box be named as A. Both of them are at rest and they are not moving each other. Now, whenever I am giving a push force here on A and try to move it along this direction, the immediate force that comes into play are called the static friction. They are called the static friction. Now static friction is denoted by F of S. Static friction is denoted by F of S. It is called self-adjusting frictional force. It is a self-adjusting frictional force. Okay, that means we cannot have any definite formula for this. It is a variable number, it is a variable quantity, it is variable in nature. That means it has a range of values, no definite values, no fixed values throughout the path. If we want to push A over this surface, we have to apply gradually, we have to increase our force F so that we are able to move A over this ground, okay, over this surface. So after a certain time we are able to move the block, but till then we cannot move the block. जब तक ये वाला फोर्स स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन फोर्स से ज़्यादा नहीं होगा तब तक हम इसको मूव नहीं कर पाएंगे. और आप देख रहे हैं कि पहले फोर्स मान के चल रहे हैं कि ज़ीरो था, ये मूव नहीं हो रहा था, धीरे धीरे एफ को बढ़ा रहे हैं हम लोग और आखिर में जाके किसी एक पॉइंट में जाके ये मूव होना चालू हो जाएगा. तो तब तक के लिए जो फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स काम कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे उसको कहते हैं सेल्फ एडजस्टिंग फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स और द स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स. सो इट हैज़ ए वैल्यू रेंज. Fs minimum value is equal to 0 and Fs maximum value is equals to mu s n. This mu s is called coefficient of static friction. Coefficient of static friction. Coefficient of static friction. It is called coefficient of static friction. N is called normal reaction. 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 Now, when the body is lying at this point, its weight force is acting along this side and the normal reaction will be acting along this side, N. The relative frictional force will act along this side, Fs. So Fs equals to mu k mu s into n. So this is the formula. So we can write here. So for Fs we can write 0 greater than equals to Fs greater than equals to mu s n. So this can be the value, that is Fs minimum, F of s, Fs max. So this can be written. So this is the basic idea of static friction. Now we will talk about kinetic friction. Now we will talk about kinetic friction. Kinetic friction. This type of frictional force comes into play when there is actually a relative motion between two surfaces in contact. If the surfaces in contact undergo actual relative motion, then it is called kinetic. then the frictional force that comes into play are called kinetic friction force. Kinetic friction force. Okay. It is defined as frictional force acting between the two surfaces in contact which are moving relatively so as to oppose their relative motion is known as kinetic frictional force. Its magnitude is almost constant and is equals to mu kn. Okay. Now we are going to have a perception of this thing. We are considering again the block B A, and this is a surface over which it is being kept. Okay, now its weight force will be acting along this direction W, and the normal reaction will be acting along this direction. If the force is applied along this direction, then a force will come along this direction. This will be kinetic friction. Now kinetic friction is given as F equals to mu kn. Remember that term, F equals to mu kn, where mu k is called coefficient of kinetic friction, and n is called the normal reaction. It is called the normal reaction. Okay. Now we can see that f of s is always greater than f of k. That means, or we can write mu s n is greater than mu k is greater than mu kn. So we can say that mu s is always greater than mu k. So coefficient of static friction is always greater than coefficient of kinetic friction. Now limiting friction. What is limiting friction? Limiting friction, we have to understand one more term that is called the limiting friction. Now what is limiting friction? Limiting friction is the maximum value of Fs. It is Fs max. It is the limiting friction. The maximum value of static frictional force is called, which can act between two surfaces in contact, and hence it is known as the limiting frictional force. Limiting frictional force. Okay. So this is the value. So we get Fs max equals to mu Sn and Fk equals to mu Kn. Remember, f of s has no formula. F of s has no formula. There is no such formula for f of s only. Always remember this term. It is the limiting friction that we can compare with the normal reaction, not Fs. Fs is a self-adjusting, has a self-adjusting value. It is a variable one, so we cannot define it with a formula here. Okay. Now what are the laws of frictional force? Laws of frictional force. What is first law? Statics friction depends upon the nature of the surface in contact. What is that? Static friction, that means F of S depends on nature of surface in contact. This is the first law. You have to remember all these laws, okay? Number 2, it comes into action only when any external force is applied to move the two bodies relatively with their surfaces in contact. That means this is actually laws of limiting friction, Fs max, Fx max frictional force. Static frictional force depends on the nature of the surfaces in contact. Number 2, it comes into existence whenever any external force is applied. External force is applied to move the two bodies in contact, but is relatively. Okay. Number 3, most important thing, independent of area of contact. Always try to remember this thing. It is independent on area of contact. Okay, independent on area of contact. So these are the laws you have to remember. Now we will see the causes of friction. We will see causes of friction. Now first the old view. What is the old view on it? Old view says that the two surfaces of contact let us consider two surfaces in contact. This is number 1 surface and this is number 2 surface. This is our second surface. Okay, so when the two surfaces in contact, let this be first surface and this be the second surface. When the two surfaces gliding over one another, when the two surfaces moves over one another are seen through microscope, we can see this type of roughness between them, which causes friction. The roughness causes friction. Though through our naked eye we cannot see them, if we see through microscope, enlarging the area view, we can find this type of roughness which will cause friction. But what is the modern view? There is a modern outlook of it. It has a modern outlook, and the modern view is, what is the modern view? The cause of friction is the atomic and molecular forces of attraction between the two surfaces at their actual point of contact. When a body comes in contact with any other body, then due to their roughness at the microscopic level, they come in actual contact at several points. At these points, the atoms and the molecules come very close to each other and intermolecular force of attraction start acting between them, which opposes the relative motion. Now what does this means? This is up to this it is correct. It is correctly being defined regarding the old. But in modern view, internal forces, that is atomic and molecular forces of attraction, atomic and molecular forces. In modern view, atomic and molecular forces comes into play. Okay. At this microscopic view, we can see there are roughness and the atoms and the molecules come very close to each other at these points. So there is a strong chance of attraction of the atoms and the molecules between the two surfaces in contact, which causes friction opposing the relative motion. So this is the basic modern view and this is the old one view. On the basis of this old one view, the new view is being proposed and it is being accepted. Okay, thank you for now for watching my channel. We will be discussing more on friction in our next video. Thank you.